Hi there, church family. Joel Larson here, Associate Pastor. Hello, how are you this Friday afternoon? I was thinking back to March 15th. This was the first Sunday that we streamed online in the sanctuary. At that time, we were not all sheltering in place in our homes. It quickly went to that soon after, but that Sunday I had the opportunity to preach. It was such a joy for me. But on that Sunday, I had on my heart a few things, and I've just been reviewing those and thinking of those today. And that was the words that came to Joshua, Joshua 1:9. I hereby command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And I've thought about since then and how often I have wavered in that courage and have needed to call upon God. I've needed to call friends and talk to my wife and just pray through different things. And, these verses are not saying that we will never fear, that we will never feel inadequate. But it is a promise from God that He does give us His strength, and He does desire to come and equip us and to strengthen our inner beings, to strengthen our souls. And so we bring our fears, we bring our concerns to God. We do those on our walks and our prayer times, and I want to encourage you just to do that. When you feel afraid, when you feel scared, be honest before God and let Him know. Tell Him how you're feeling and let God come and strengthen you. That was the first thing on my heart for that Sunday. The second was just that we would be a community of prayer. And this is something that is so important, that we rely on God in prayer. Our elders have had an opportunity each Friday morning to come together on Zoom and pray with one another. And so continue in prayer over our community, prayer over our world. It is by prayer that God works. And so we continue in that. And the third thing on my heart that Sunday was just that we had an opportunity. We were actually in the 10 Commandments, and it came to honoring your father and your mother. And just that this is a time for us to honor those who are in our midst, whether in our family or in our church family, those who are aging. And I heard this very touching story from Eric Belland. Eric works faithfully in our 5th and 6th grade, and he just said, he would go to church often with his mom. His mom is 87, but his dad's health usually made it difficult for him to join and come to church. Now that we are streaming online, Eric has been able to watch the services, to worship with us with his mom and dad, 88, 87 years old, and they've sung hymns like How Great Thou Art. And so we're thankful that this online streaming has opened up new vistas, new opportunities for us to connect and to reach those in our homes. So Eric, thank you for just sharing how this has been a blessing to you. Church family, we continue on in this challenging but special time, a sacred pause. And so let's continue to be strengthened by God and His Spirit in this time, to pray for our world, for our neighbors, to lift our own souls up to God. And let's think of those in our midst. Continue to think of those who need a phone call, who need prayer, those in our midst who are our spiritual mothers and fathers, and our own mothers and fathers. Let's be a church that is reaching out, thinking of those around us, our neighbors, and those we live close by. Church, know that you are loved, know that you are called, and know that you are not alone on this Friday afternoon. May God bless you with His peace and His strength this day.